Knock, knock. It's day 6, Judgment Day. Let's go check what the scale's talking about. This is low, so either low battery or we're making some really good progress today. It's low battery. Got what you want, got what you need. Where were we? Let's weigh ourselves. 280.3. That is the lowest number I've seen on the scale since we started this journey. Today's day 6, so we are down about 4 pounds. I thought about spitting in the sink until I got under 280 today, but I'm already thirsty. Try to get the optimal lighting, but here's how we're looking today. Squeezed in, stuck out, squeezed in, stuck out. Let's make breakfast, but first, I'm gonna switch it up today and do something completely new. Something that you guys probably aren't expecting this morning. We have 4 eggs, 4 chicken sausages with honey, half a Dave's Killer bagel bread with some cream cheese placed on outside the house for extra oxidation, and a bowl of fruit with 100 grams of blueberry, 50 grams of raspberry, and 60 grams of banana. Now, I know I said yesterday I was going to drop my fat down. I actually did nothing and actually added calories to the meal. The fat is still the same at 38, the carbs are up to 67, and the protein is at 49. I'm going to lift right after this meal, and so I have some slower acting carbs from the bread and then the fast acting carbs from the fruit. But the time has come. I need to thank the big man for some blessings, fuel my body, and then use that fuel to bend some iron at my will. Had to stop by the Queen's Castle just to make sure that I'm all cleared to leave the kingdom for these gains. I started every workout with pretty much the same full body foam roll routine. It just really helps with soreness, getting out those aches and pains and resetting my body for the pain to come. Ending with the quads, and today I actually got in trouble for having a tripod at the gym for the first time, so everything else is pretty much propped up on other stuff. I open up my chest and my shoulders with a banded over and backs. This helps just prime my shoulders and chest for what is to come, and then I do a mini band overhead, and then I also do a press with the mini band overhead just to open up the stabilizers and prime for what I'm about to do. The TRX is great for opening up the chest. It's kind of like snow angels, but no snow, and this is just great for getting a more movement in the upper body. I started with single arm incline dumbbell chest press. I worked up to a heavy set of 6 reps for 3 sets, and then I moved on over to a bent over row. This machine is sick. It's like doing a barbell bent over row, but you have support, so the lower back isn't a limiting factor. I've never seen this butt at this gym, and I love it. Then I did some lat pull downs with a vertical mag grip bar. I love these. Then I finished off the chest with some pec deck chest flies. Then I did my favorite shoulder pressing movement. This is a half kneeling single arm shoulder press. It is great if you have any pain or aches in the shoulders to still get an overhead pressing movement. And then I finished off the shoulders with some cable lateral raises. Just continue to try and build those Death Star delts. Then I did 7 incline, 3.2 speed on the treadmill, so I was hanging on there for dear life a little bit. Just wrapped up a stellar workout. I was in the gym for an hour and 48 minutes and 47 seconds. I burned 734 calories through strength training and 1,200 calories total, 993 active. When I sweat a lot, I obviously lose a lot of salt and stuff, so I like these sugar-free electrolyte packets from Liquid IV. So I just dump it in my little sippy cup, and then the baby happy, just slurp, slurp. Sometimes, you know, the salt just runs to the bottom of the barrel, and you just end up slurping up some sandy cheeks. So if you can mix it around first, that's ideal. Sometimes in games you can see like the life stats of how many times, like miles you've walked or things you've done. I kind of wish I had that for real life, just like how many times I've pumped gas or how much money in total my life I've spent on gas. You ever think that? A cake that I've been on for the past year and a half that smells amazing and doesn't have like a bunch of chemicals in it like the normal clothes washing stuff is this Buff City soap. The flavor is called Narcissus. They have some locations spread out throughout the US, but you can order it online. It comes with like a shovel. So I just do 2 scoops of this right before I add my laundry in to the washer. Makes it smell amazing. Also, if you're not hip to the rice cooker, it has saved me so much time. Pop some rice in, hit some spices, toss it in this little hot tub, put on a lid, and just flip a switch. And now wait like 20 minutes, and 10 little Tinkerbells will just swoop in and deliver rice on your plate free of charge. For lunch, I'm feasting on, you guessed it, chicken and rice. But I did it different this time. Instead of cutting the chicken breast into strips and then air frying it, I kept the chicken breast whole, and it makes it a lot juicier and less sandy. Then I added sugar-free barbecue sauce on top of it. I think it's missing some greenery, some freshness, maybe some onion or chives, something of the sort, to really bring it to life and separate it from that German Shepherd kibble that I was sipping on yesterday. Macronutriently, this meal breaks down to 75 grams of protein, 8 grams of fat, 70 grams of carbs. This corner over here, I have a full tool shelf with all my goodies. And Baby Yoda, and Swole Charmander. Big Charmander fan. One of my best friends, Vinny, 3D printed that for me. But I just ordered this 5-tier shelf from Amazon, and I want to put all of my camera gear set up with like chargers and everything that I need in one spot. So I think I'm gonna move that toolkit shelf out to the garage and then make my electronic nerd camera setup right there. Danger, risk of suffocation. Keep away any packaging materials from children and pets. These materials are potentially a source of danger. Example, suffocation. Voila. Using a rubber mallet, I'm going to bang on the steel, rubber so it doesn't hurt it, just to make sure everything's set in place. Probably didn't need the 5-tier shelf, I don't even have enough stuff to put on it, but that's the beauty of buying stuff, right? Just to buy more stuff. And it's nice having my tools out in the garage because that's when I do a lot of my handyman work. And when my tools come alive at night, it'll allow them to Toy Story the hell out of this place in privacy. Now it's time for me to get back to work. One more thing. And with me working out so much, I am drinking so much water. I am urinating like a 2-year-old. Just literally spraying the walls if there wasn't a toilet near me at all times. Also, here's how I slept. So I got 6 hours and 33 minutes of sleep, 10 minutes awake, which is good, that's low. My REM was 57 minutes, not ideal. My core sleep, 4 hours and 18 minutes, but my deep sleep, 1 hour and 18 minutes. Now previously, like 2 days ago, I slept for 8 hours and 51 minutes, but only 36 minutes of deep sleep. Last night I slept nearly 2 hours less than that, and I had almost 3 times as much deep sleep, which is sick. My respiratory rate looked good, and my heart rate dropped down to 42, which means I got some really quality sleep last night. I'm pumped. All right, last meal of the day, probably, is 2 low-carb tortilla wraps, and then a bowl with white rice, peppers, onions, a lot of chicken, black beans, and corn. Slurping down with some water, and then probably a Gatorade Zero. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow.